Next video, an update on this channel's first home run.
What you got, bro?
Plug. So, a little over a month ago, we made a video saying you should get in Plug. This stock has 2x potential, and I personally bought some shares at an average cost of $24, and now Plug is at $53.50. Man. So yeah, man. So you already know we're gonna try to give you the game. We're gonna try to put you on here so you can make some money. And I don't think Plug is done running. What I buy right now, I will wait for it to dip below 50 before I step into that again. But again, with a fully controlled Democratic Congress and the presidency being Democratic, it's gonna be Plug to the moon.
Yeah, man, I agree. I might actually have to hop in. Would you advise us to take some of our buying power to hop into Plug?
In the 10K account?
In the 10K
the road to 10K account. The only reason I would say no is that I don't know how many more parabolic shifts Plug has left in it. I mean, because it went from 35 to 53 overnight almost.
Right.
So I don't know how many more of those it has left. It could potentially happen. But I think we should go for plays where we can catch 10, 20% gains pretty quickly to kind of ladder our way up to that 10K.
So where do you think it's going to land next week? Do you think it'll be under 50 or you think it's going to the moon?
It's not going to the moon next week. I don't think so.
Okay.
The inauguration is the week after.
Right.
It might go to the moon the week after.
That makes sense. So it might be a good buying opportunity right now, is what you're saying. Okay.
I'm saying is this. I'm going to do it like I did with clean energy.
Mm-hmm.
It was like at 1080 or something at a point during the day, and it dipped all the way to like $10, and I rebought.
Okay.
You know, and that's it. Watch the chart. Watch for it to go down. Try to buy it near the bottom. Right when it's making your stomach turn and twist, that's when you buy Plug.
Got it. Okay, so I think we could talk about Fcel, and that's going to be our next home run play. I think we should hop into that. That's ticker symbol FCEL. I actually bought 100 shares like I mentioned in the previous video. And, it went up to, I got in at 11.50 and went up to about 15. I took my gains, but I'm still holding 20 shares. Now, I think it'll probably hit back around $11, $12, and I'm going to do it again. I'm just going to hop back in and get another 80 shares. I'm going to hold 100, and I'm going to do it again. But with that being said, we're going to incorporate Fcel in our 100K challenge. So on Friday, typically there's a pullback. Like I said, it's a red day. And hopefully we can buy us, a good 30 to 40 shares, man.
Yeah, but if you can get it under $13, I think that's a good buy zone right there.
Right. Yeah, so for everybody that's out there, it's at 15 right now. I would advise you guys to hit in around, like you said, 13, maybe buy 25 shares as it keeps pulling back, buy more. But we definitely want to have a position of 50 shares and up.
Okay, yeah, that definitely makes sense because I think Fcel has the potential to be the next home run, the next stock that can 2x for you. Because right now, I just think the most growth right now is going to be in the clean energy / EV sectors.
Oh, of course, man. I mean, look at what's going on with XPEV. Like I said, Blinkco, SBE, Switchback. I got into SBE a few times this year already. Once in 2020 and then once in 2021. And I've made great profits with SBE. So I would look at that as well. But like you said, I mean, anything that's in that clean energy space, electric vehicle space is booming. Would you advise our listeners to hop into Tesla right now at 800 and, what is it, 880?
880. Tesla has this history, man. When it goes on a run, it goes on a long run.
Right.
If you want to test the waters, then you want to buy Tesla at 880 and you think the run is going to end at 1,000, go for it. You're gambling, but go for it. Okay. Me personally, with the knowledge I have today, because I was in Tesla in this last big run up, and I sold. And if I didn't sell, I'd be very rich right now. But that's okay. But now I know once ever it comes back down to earth and it starts trading sideways again, that's when I'm buying.
Right.
And trading sideways, let's tell them about that. So that's when the stock usually is trading in around the same price
Correct.
for a long time. So once Tesla, so when Tesla trades sideways, that's when I'm gonna buy.
Yeah, that's a good point. But as of right now, I think that if you wanted to hop in an option play, Tesla would be a good one. It's at 880, but what is that price really? Like think about it. Whenever they did that split, the 5-to-1 split, that price is at what, probably $3,500 a share if you think about
something
it like that.
Crazy.
Yeah, something crazy like that. So I don't think that. Are there any other stocks that are worth that much? If you wanted to buy in right now, Amazon is.
Apple, I think, is more. If you take away all the splits that it's had.
I mean, yeah, it's had splits and splits, but that's a $2 trillion company. Tesla is around the $500 million range. Right?
No, it's close to $1 trillion now. But you're right. I mean, Tesla is becoming the new powerhouse, right? Because at the end of the day, if everything is going EV, they have the best technology and they have now the most experience. That's what everybody's betting on.
Yeah, I definitely agree. But, watch out for that option play. That might be a good putt option for you. What else is going on in the market, Chris?
Well, I just think, that's it in terms of trying to identify stocks that are going to boom, right? Like we said in our previous video, clean energy, Fcel. So these are the stocks that are in and around that area because everybody knows about Tesla. Yep. Everybody's buying into that. But you need to buy other companies within the sector that have an opportunity to grow. Because the thing is, a lot of the people are buying the future potential because a bunch of charging stations probably won't pop up overnight, right? They're not going to start replacing gas stations overnight. But one day you might see charging station integration into gas stations. Right. And as the country moves more towards electric vehicles, if you're already in these companies, it'll be like Kodak back in the day, where you were in Kodak before it had its big boom and then fall, and then it had its weird boom last year when they said they were going to produce. What was Kodak supposed to produce?
I'm not really sure, but I know the price was at $10 and all of a sudden it hit $50. And it had a huge pullback and everybody lost their money.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know what kind of innovation they thought they were coming up with.
But. Dad got a contract to do something for the government or something, and then that's why it boomed.
It had a lot of news around it, though.
Yeah, man. Buy the rumor, sell the news for sure. But yeah, man. So hey, that's the only thing I can do is just give you guys a game. You gotta trust and you gotta be patient. Anytime I say this is gonna be a home run, I don't intend to say it's gonna happen in a week, 2 weeks, even a month, 2 months. For me, I brought Broadcom, and I'm only up 20-something%, but it pays a great dividend. And at the time I bought it, it was $350. People are saying it was overpriced. Now it's at $445 a share. Patience, because I bought that back in September.
Right, and you guys got to have patience about American Airlines. We've been talking about that for a long time, and I bought in at 14. It's sitting at 15, but just wait, it's gonna recover. Trust me. Apex Technology is gonna boom. Trust me. They're completing that merger. It's coming in January. Just wait on these plays. Build out your position. They're gonna be home runs. And that's 50% or higher.
And the goal is to buy cheap. Don't go buy these stocks when they've already run up and they're expensive, and then it pulls back, and then this stock is stuck holding all your money while you're waiting for it to recover. So, like, Home is a great example of one, right? We told you about Home. If you would have bought it when we told you, you would have got it around under 16. Now it's at like 19 and some change. I mean, we tell you about the plays, but don't expect it to happen overnight. Don't buy the play on Monday. It's Tuesday, and it's down 2%. You're like, you quit. No, you have to stay in. It's time in the market always beats time in the market.
That's right. And do not be afraid. When we came to this, podcast, we were talking about how many shares we had. Hey, man, we're building our positions of 125 shares, 250 shares. Hey, we're doing our thing. We're, increasing our risk. I'm not as risk averse as I used to be. It's time for you to start making that money, man, and get some of those huge gains that are out here.
And I am not an expert.
I'm not an expert. Exactly.
But we're just sharing our journey with y'all.
Yes, sir.
That wraps up this video. So on to the next topic.
Yep.